Okay. Well, people. Hello, people on the interwebs. This is the Drama Critic. I cover drama so you don't have to. And again, we're talking about Ragreynolds. Ragreynolds. The Irish boy who thinks he's from Scotland. Who thinks Australia is not real. Just a little bit of a recap of this guy. Let's have a look at his previous video. The last recap of this dude. This little...
Throughout my entire life, I had always thought that Brazil was the worst place on earth. Just think about it. All the slums, the poverty, the tedious weather, all the diseases running rampant in the streets, and the delusional locals. These things are certainly not the makings of a great country, so you can see why I had always assumed that Brazil was the worst place on earth. But then one day it came to my attention that I had never met an Australian that I did not have extreme disdain for.
Oh, yeah.
This is when I decided to research Australia.
All right.
I researched Australia's history, its people, its culture,
Yeah.
the ways of life in the country, and everything else you could possibly want to know about a place.
I got you, boy.
Well, it did not take long until I was struck with the realization that I had been falsely labelling Brazil as the worst country in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Brazil remains a close second in the discussion of which country is the worst country, followed by the likes of Ireland, South Africa, North Korea, and Jordan.
Alrighty,
But once you look at the facts, I'm sure that there will be no doubt in your mind that Australia is easily the worst country on earth.
How do you figure that?
Let's just start off by stating the most obvious fact. Australians have easily the second most irritating accents on earth.
Oh, that's because you're Irish, mate.
By South
Your
Africans.
Irish accent sounds like a...
Every time I hear a pathetic Australian say "might," I just want to punch them in their good-for-nothing liver. Since it's common
yeah. You want to talk about accents, boy? You want to talk about accents? What about you? You're Scottish, you're Irish Highlander. You're the Irish accent. Sounds like it's trying to lip off the Scottish accent. I don't know what it sounds like, you little Irish cunt. You sound like you're trying to rip off the Australian accent. Oh, no, not even Australian accent. You're trying to feel like you're trying to knock off the Scottish accent. That's what you're trying to sound like. That's what you lot sound like, you Irish cunt. By the way, while we're on the subject, I reckon I know reason why you hate Australia, dude. I think I figured that right. Because, you call yourself Ragreynolds, yeah? I reckon your real name is Russell. I reckon that's what it is. Because you've heard the name of Australia been called, like some of the people in Australia are called Russell. I reckon that's what you've been called, Russell Reynolds. And that's the reason why people have been dogging you. And that's the reason why you hate Australia. Isn't that right? Russell Reynolds. Sorry if that is your real name, Russell. But, Ragboy Reynolds. But so I've been covering this little shitstorm with this guy saying Australia isn't real and being downright, if not conservatively, being insulting to Australia. Even to the point where we're talking about propane, right? You know how propane works. This dummy here, he says that propane, the gas they put in planes, he says it's a drug. Bullshit. Propane is a gas that's used to propel planes in the air. But that's just part of the whole conspiracy, isn't it? The propane makes you go, woo! It's gassed in the plane, and you get gassed in the plane to have hallucinogens from being pumped with petrol in the plane. Oh boy, what an idiot! This is who he is.
Knowledge that all Australians are alcoholics. A punch to an Australian's liver.
Excuse me. A lot of you want to know where all the alcoholic stuff came from? That came from you, from over your countryside, dude. The UK mob. Start over with the UK. All the drinking and drunken stuff come from up north your way, then passed down here, boy. Get it right.
Would most likely be fatal. Now, before we go any further, let us just be reminded that Australia is a country built on convicts.
Yeah.
It is literally a country built on the criminals that no one else wanted.
Yeah, they sent them down here. Yeah, exactly, because most of the settlers that came around here hit in the arid area. So they just thought that they'd send them there. But when they come into the other sites here, they found all the jungles and all the good stuff up around the corners here, like Darwin and Queensland, and all the good spots all the way around the edge there. But anyway, continue.
A country built on convicts is never going to be a great country, so it shouldn't
Yeah. Rightio.
really come as a shock that Australia is such a horrible place all these years later.
Oh, yeah, that's coming from Ireland. What about you and your little leprechaun things? That leprechauns hide their money, buddy. All you little squat green leprechauns over there in Ireland, you keep hogging all the money. So what you got to say about that, you little leprechaun cunt. Anyway, so this guy decided to respond to one of the videos I did. So let's get into that, shall we?
If you can't quench my thirst, what you in my fridge for? So announce, nothing can beat the P-E-P-S-I. Yes, I am thirsty, man.
I have come across my true arch nemesis.
Indeed.
It is a man named Terence. And in this video, I'm going to detail to you just what my beef with Terence is.
Oh, no, I'm not Terence, dude. I am the Nostalgia Critic, also known as GP, also known as Dan. But hey, whatever.
Why I want to destroy him. Why I want him to have no happiness
really?
for the remainder of his pathetic life.
Oh, really?
And at the same time, I want to say thank you to someone else.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about this other person. And that's where my tale begins. My
here
tale
we go.
begins with a man named Marek.
Yeah, who's Marek?
So a few years back, I was getting a lot of DPD deliveries. This was during COVID, during lockdown. I had an issue with a monitor. My computer monitor, my 4K monitor, there were some issues. And I kept sending this thing away. I sent it away. And Marek came up to pick it up. Marek being the DPD driver. Very pleasant man. I believe he might be Swedish. He maybe isn't Swedish, but I like to think he's Swedish. A very pleasant man. And he came to my house probably twice a week, maybe even 3 times a week, to pick up a monitor, to drop off a new one. Then you could not make it up. I had so many issues with these monitors. I kept sending them back, and he kept picking them up, and he kept bringing them back to me. And Marek was the best driver I ever had in my life. He would come every morning. I would have a 1-hour slot. It would say, "Oh, your parcel will."
Oh, by the way, I think what the story goes in, I think what he's trying to put into here, it's like a story narrative that I'm the other guy and this Marek dude. I wonder if he's referring to the other guy who was fighting him a way back ago, another Australian. I wonder if that's what he's trying to say. But anyway,
will be delivered by Marek between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. And Marek would appear on the dot at 12 p.m. every time. The next day it would say, 2:15 to 3:15. He would come at 2:15 on the dot every single time. He would be knocking on my door at the minute the clock changed. And I would open the door to see this lovely man standing there, this lovely Swedish man named Marek. And he would say to me, "Hi, buddy." And he would hand me my parcel and he would head off. And it was a very pleasant interaction, and I enjoyed that interaction every single day. He would come back to my house a week later. "Hi, buddy." And that's what he would say. That's all he would say. That's the only words parted. And I'd say, "Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot, Marek. You're a great guy." And so he kept coming, he kept going, and eventually we stopped that because my monitor problems were resolved. But in the future, I had gotten other things delivered by DPD, and it would always say in the morning when I got my hour time slot, it would say Marek. It would say Marek will be there with your parcel, and lo and every single time Marek delivered, he was there on the dot. And as I opened the door, "Hi, buddy," and I gave him the parcel, and off he went.
So this whole story about the whole postal service, it's probably a pin-up joke of me having all my post boxes behind me. I think that's where he's getting at. But whatever.
Or he gave me the parcel. And so this leads us up to, well, this is maybe 4 years worth. We're talking 4 years I've lived in this place, and for 4 years Marek has delivered me DPD parcels.
Rightio.
Until about a month ago.
Yeah.
About a month ago, I had an order for a watch.
Yeah.
And so this watch was supposed to come on Friday.
Yep.
And on this Friday, I was anticipating it arriving that day because they didn't do weekend deliveries, and I was going away for a while on the Monday.
Rightio.
And so on the Friday, I'm expecting my parcel, and it says Terence will deliver your parcel. And so this is where Terence comes into play. Terence will deliver your parcel. And I think, oh, that's strange. It's usually Marek. But okay, Terence, I'm sure he will be fine. And so the time comes that it's coming up to 1:15 or whenever the time is, and 1:15 comes, and there is no knock on my door. There's no little hey buddy. So I'm looking outside, trying to find where maybe 5 minutes later, I look outside, I'm like, oh, I guess I'll have to wait till closer to the end. And so it reaches maybe the end of the hour time slot. And as I look outside, I get a little notification on my phone.
Bling.
Sorry we missed you. Sorry we missed you. I've been home all day waiting on this parcel.
What,
I checked
sleeping?
my thing. Terence, the lazy bastard.
Well, it says the person who's sleeping.
This is Jules, VP of a ketchup, about to use
has taken a picture of my building. Just driven away. He just took a picture and drove. And to make it worse, it wasn't my building. It was a building next door to mine.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed. So I jump on my app. I'm trying to send a message, but no. DPD, their customer service is atrocious. And their app trying to talk to a person, atrocious. They won't let you through. They won't let you do anything. They say, sorry, we're sorry we missed you. We'll try. Your driver will try again tomorrow. Just leave it till then. Like, it wouldn't let me through. The automated system would not let me through because it wanted me to wait till tomorrow.
Yep.
And so I wait. And it comes to the next day. Sorry, I'm mixing it up. It wasn't tomorrow. I'm telling a lie.
No, that has been the first time.
Weekend deliveries. I was so annoyed. So what I actually did was I paid for weekend delivery. I paid like £6 to get the weekend delivery slot. And so I paid for Saturday. I paid for the next morning. And so it comes to Saturday morning. I'm sitting there. I'm waiting. And I'm waiting for the exact time. But as maybe 5 minutes before my time slot, it says, sorry, there was an unexpected error. Your parcel will be delivered by Terence tomorrow, Sunday. I'm like, that's very strange. I'm not happy about this. I paid for Saturday delivery. Anyway, at least it'll still be Sunday. So Sunday comes around, and you will not believe what happened with Terence on the Sunday.
Yeah, what's that?
You will not believe what happened with Terence on the Sunday. Terence on the Sunday didn't even show up. Terence on the Sunday just drove past. I saw him on the tracking. I saw him on the little map. He drove away. But it still said that he will be delivering your parcel. And it was 5 hours later. He will be delivering your parcel. Sorry, we're running
to have
late.
lunch.
I tried to get through to security. Customer service. I tried to talk to them. But no. They would not let me through on the customer service. They would not let me talk to anyone because they said, your parcel will be delivered today. Sorry, there's just been a delay. I knew it wasn't happening. I knew Terence was just a lazy, evil bastard. He doesn't like me. He doesn't want to deliver my parcel.
Of course it don't.
Lo and behold, the end of the day comes. No parcel delivery. I'm so annoyed because I was leaving. I was going away for a week the next day. And so while I'm away the next week, apparently my parcel is being returned to sender. Terence has sent my parcel back to the people I ordered it from.
Yep.
And so while I'm away, I'm having to reschedule yet another delivery. And so I come home and I'm expecting a delivery finally again the next Monday. And lo and behold, they assign Terence again. After the parcel has been sent back to sender, sent back to DPD, now it's going to be sent to me yet again. Coming
yo-yo, sir.
But on the Monday, Terence is supposed to be delivering it. I'm waiting for Terence. I'm watching the clock. I'm waiting for it. I'm looking out the window. I see the van. I see the DPD van pull up in front of my building. I'm looking out the window. I see this bald bastard climb out of the van, stands there, looks around, takes out a phone, takes a picture of my building again. I'm running downstairs because this bastard isn't even trying. Maybe he's just scared because I live upstairs. I don't know. He didn't even try and ring my buzzer or anything. He didn't come near my building. He just stood at the side of his van, took a picture, then got back in his van. And I'm running downstairs to try and get to Terence. And I open the door, I come up, I'm almost there, and he drives off. He just drives off. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Indeed.
And so at this point, I'm furious. I'm absolutely furious. And so I go on and I finally get through to customer service. I have to call a number. I hate phone calls. I would rather do it in the web chat. But I'm phoning them this time. Like, this is it. I've had enough. And so I'm phoning them up to talk to someone, and they say, oh, this is terrible. We'll have someone speak to the manager. We'll do this and we'll do that and all the rest of it. By the way, I requested my money for the weekend delivery be refunded to me, and it still hasn't happened, so I'm going to get back on them for that. DPD, if you're watching this, fuck you. Anyway, terrible customer service.
Come home, Arthur. Only you can save Britain. I'm my own man. You truly are.
Well, dude, they're probably all Australians in there. You pissed them off, dude. That's probably why you're not getting your parcels delivered, because you pissed off all the Australians who work in the postal service where you're at, dude. Just saying.
Absolutely terrible. Anyway, Terence drives off, and I'm so annoyed. I'm so mad. And so they reschedule it yet again for Tuesday. The next day, they reschedule the delivery once again.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there like, I'm never going to get this parcel. I'm just going to have to cancel it altogether. I'm just going to have to return it. Give me my money back. Because what's the point? Terence just refuses to give me this parcel. Terence is... He's like a demon from hell. Terence is a saboteur. He doesn't want me to get this. And even if I got it, I bet you he puts a bomb in it. I bet you it's going to blow up when I get it. But I wake up Tuesday morning. Your parcel will be delivered today between 12 and 1 by Marek. Marek! And, you know, suddenly I lit up. I was so happy. I jumped out of bed with joy when I got this message. I was smiling. I'm like, Marek, finally, my savior, my hero, Marek. Thank God. Thank Marek. And so, sure enough, the time comes, 12 o'clock, and on the dot, Marek is knocking on the door. Open the door. Hi, buddy. Haven't seen this man in like 5-6 months. I hadn't seen him in 5-6 months. And he continues to be the greatest damn delivery driver on planet Earth. Everyone deserves to have their parcels delivered by Marek. Everyone does. I mean, except like terrible people, like people who pretend to be left-handed.
Excuse me.
But every good person deserves to have their parcels delivered by Marek. And I was so happy to see Marek. He gave me my parcel. There was no bomb in it. There was no saboteuring going on. And I was relieved. And I could breathe some relief.
Indeed.
Relief. I was so happy to get Marek. And then this leads me on, because now it's maybe a month later, it leads me to today. When I had another delivery.
Yeah.
And I woke up this morning. This is a Friday. And I woke up this morning to a message. DPD, your parcel will be delivered today by Terence.
Yep.
Out between 3 and 4. And I'm just, my God.
Yep.
Terence again? After the last time?
Yep.
I'm not getting this parcel. I'm going to have to wait another month. I need Marek to come back. Where the fuck is Marek? I want to request Marek. Why can't Marek deliver my parcel? Right. I don't want Terence. I want Marek.
Anyway.
And so I'm ready today. Today I was ready.
Yeah, Marek.
I'm looking around. Right. I'm waiting. Okay, the hour slot's coming. It's 1 minute to 3. And do you know what I did? I opened my front. I went downstairs and stood outside. I was planning. I was going to stand there for an hour. If I had to stand there for an hour, I was standing there for an hour. So as soon as that truck pulled up, that van pulled up, I was going over there. Hey, Terence, you baldy fucking bastard. Give him my parcel before I drop kick you and throw you down a drain.
Couldn't even reach that. He couldn't even kick that hard
down your veins. So I'm waiting there for Terence, and he comes. 3:05, something like that. Except it wasn't Terence. This guy opens the door, gets out the van, gets my parcel, and it's a totally different man from who I saw before. It's a totally different man I had seen out the window, taking a picture of my building. This man wasn't bald, he looked nothing alike. He was nothing alike the Terence I knew. And so now I'm a little confused. Is this also another man named Terence? To be honest, he did not look like a Terence. I'm not going to get into what this man looked like, but he did not look like a Terence. I can assure you that. I would be very surprised if this man was actually Terence. I would not be... I suspect that maybe Terence handed over his parcel to someone else because he was scared of what might happen if he approached Ragreynolds after all the deviancy before, after all his mishaps before.
Whatever, Russell.
He's going to go around the wrong corner one day. He's going to wake up in the wrong dark room. He's going to drop his eyeballs out of his head one day, and Ragreynolds is going to be there to stamp on them before he can pick them up. Terence, I don't like you. You're an evil, nasty man, and you should not be a DPD driver. I think you should return to wherever you came from. I think you should crawl back inside your mother's vagina.
Oh, really? A really dumb cunt. A really dumb cunt. Hey, dude. Hey, Rag Boy. Rag Boy. You got your parcel here. Let's see what we've got in here, shall we? What's this, Rag Boy? A portable hard drive. What's on the portable hard drive, Rag? Some of your burnt DVDs and some of your burnt TV shows and some of your burnt videos. I swear to God, maybe there might be some porn in there. Yeah, don't worry. Hopefully we'll send it back to you as soon as we're done. But anyway, Rag Boy, don't worry. The parcel will get sent back to you at some point. Anyway, Rags, let's continue.
Don't like you, Terence. I don't.
No,
I do like Marek.
Yeah, that's a big
and
guy.
And that's my beef with Terence, folks. He is my arch nemesis, and the world will not be a safe place until he is no longer delivering parcels.
I'm not delivering
parcels.
It
will not be an amazing place until Marek is personally delivering everyone's parcels. And sadly, Marek cannot deliver parcels to everyone at the same time. It just doesn't make any sense logistically. But everyone,
if you have a fast
at
enough,
least once in their life, to have a hey buddy from Marek. I would like to be friends with Marek forever, but it really pains me to know that one day he will move on. One day he will retire. But until that day, I will treasure my experiences with Marek.
So
very, 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 very.
Rightio.
Very, very much.
Rightio. Okay, so we're done. So let's go back to Rag Boy's channel, shall we? There we go. Oh, this is the one where he's...
Scare me, okay? You may try and keep me away, but I ain't staying away any longer.
Oh, so what was
it? Wasn't enough. And so, for a while, I did as they asked. For the last sort of 12 months, I have been doing as they asked. Making videos that didn't make much sense. But in general, human beings are not squirrels, and I take real issue with people insinuating that we are. Boing, 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 on my trampoline. Boing, 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 on my trampoline, doing things that are completely ridiculous.
Well, that's your shtick, buddy. You're a comedian.
And talking about Australia less and less. This is because they know that I was onto them and that I knew the truth. But I can't do it any longer. I can no longer live in fear. Sonny V2 put out his video in the last 24 hours, and that was the breaking point for me. And Sonny V2, I will now inform you, is an agent of the New Zealand government. Sonny V2 made his video to discredit me and to make me seem crazy and delusional. And I'm not having it. I will not put up with these lies any longer. And that's why I'm now making this video. To expose the truth of everything. Every last piece of information and evidence I have is about to come out. And you will be blown away. Sonny V2, you don't scare me, and neither do any of the rest of you at the New Zealand government. None of you people scare me, okay? You may try and keep me away, but I ain't staying away any longer.
Here we go.
And if you need any evidence immediately about the fact that Sonny V2 is a disreputable individual, then look at just how incorrect his video about me was. He couldn't even get the dates or the timeline of events correct. He's supposed to be making some sort of like mini documentary video about me. And about my Australia videos, he couldn't even get the order or the timeline correct. He said that I made an April Fool's video and it's the very last one I made. Meanwhile, this April Fool's video was uploaded 3 years ago, and another video he showed that he had showed like literally 30 seconds before was uploaded only 2 years ago. His timeline was all out of whack. There was another part where he tried to show a video that I made called I'm Sorry Australia. And he tried to make it out as though I actually apologised in that video, but anyone who actually watched that video will know that I did not apologise. People who are fans of mine, I am sorry that you have to deal with these morons in my comment section sending me hate and sending you hate for supporting me. Oh, did you people watching think I was about to apologise? I was going to apologise for the things I said about Australia. Was I going to apologise for that? Was I going to apologise for allegedly bullying other YouTubers? For calling you people morons? No. I will never apologise for that because I do not issue apologies, morons.
Really?
I did not back down on what I had been saying. If you had watched the video, you would know that. But he edited it in a way to deceive his audience. He edited it in a way that made it seem as though I had conceded, as though I had said, yes, sorry Australia, you're all right. This man has been hired by the New Zealand government, by their propaganda division, to discredit folks like myself. And I will not have it any longer, and that is why I am here to tell the truth. No matter what flack I get. I've been getting death threats non-stop since he posted his video. I've been getting the most horrible thing. People are campaigning to get me kicked off of YouTube under the guise of racism and hate speech and conspiracy misinformation. And I'm so confused about the racist part. I don't understand why people keep trying to use that against me. Yes, I enjoy racing games. Yes, I play racing games all the time. I love them. I've got a lot on my Steam account. I don't understand why people keep using that as an insult against me. Why people try and use that against me. It doesn't make any sense.
Dude, are you fucking for real? Dude, I know you're a fucking comedian, Rag Boy, but no, when they say you're racist, doesn't mean you like racing games, you twat. It doesn't mean you like racing NASCARs, you twat. Racism means when you start talking about black people or Asian people, or in a derogatory term. That's racist, you idiot.
Yet the propaganda division of this government don't seem to give a damn about facts and logic. The fact of the matter is, folks, the truth.
Mm-hmm. You gonna say it,
I don't.
boy?
I'm hearing something.
Is that little voices in your head again? Is those little voices in your head again? Gonna go find your weed, boy, and go have a smoke of it? Or whatever pills you're taking? Who the hell? Who the hell is this person, man? Yeah, jeez. And don't worry, he's not dead. Yet. But, yeah, so that's Ragboy Reynolds.
There's a good chance somebody's trying to hack your website right now.
So that's Ragboy Reynolds. He's still a conspiracy theorist. A complete on a nut job. So that's where we're at, people. Again, Rag Reynolds believes the Australian and New Zealand government's out to get his ass when it's not really. He claims Australia isn't real and it's a big cover story. And again, he thinks I'm the postie. He sends him parcels. Mind you, though, we should find out what's on that portable hard drive of his. But, yeah. All right, then, people. Well, I hope you have a good one. And by the way, actually, no, it's not really actually his. This hard drive is actually mine. But don't worry, there's hardly any shit on it. Anyway. All right, people. Well, I think we'll wrap this one up. But again, people try and stay away from crazies like Ragboy Reynolds. I tell you, I don't know what they're taking or what they're not taking, but people like Ragboy Reynolds and Ragreynolds and Ryan Up the Arse Church. These people are so far gone, mate. You just don't know what to do with these poor people. I think they're just lost little sheep who don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, let's continue with a little song to lock up.